So lads, the Wings just traded Dijonai Carrington. I do want to apologise that I am in a moving car, and the sound may not be great, but unfortunately, nothing else that I can really do about that, unfortunately, because this is up there with the craziest trade news. So we all knew Dijonai. She tweeted out yesterday or posted on Instagram with like the loading emoji, and the Wings turned JC Sheldon basically into Diamond Miller when it's all said and done. They got a 2027 second round pick and Diamond Miller. Carly Samuelson's injured for the year, so it's just there to match contracts. Basically, they turned JC Sheldon into Diamond Miller long term, which is unpopular opinion. JC Sheldon's better than Diamond Miller, and the Minnesota Lynx now have Dijonai Carrington coming off the bench. Man, if anyone's going to be able to get the best out of Dijonai, it'll be Cheryl Reeve. I have to say, if anyone's going to be able to get the best out of Dijonai, it will be her. So, no responses to the trade, and look, this is a trade that clearly makes, considering the fact that Diamond Miller was barely doing anything, just by default makes the Minnesota Lynx a better team. If nothing else, it means that they've got multiple defenders to throw at Sabrini and Escu. It means they can throw Kayla McBride, Bridget Carleton, Dijonai Carrington, and Courtney Williams as Sabrina. It gives them a different look on Breanna Steward versus the Liberty in the playoffs. If they're playing the Aces, let's be real, the Aces aren't beating the Minnesota Lynx. If they're playing the Mercury, it gives them a different look on Alyssa Thomas. So for me, anyway, there's a lot of things when it comes to this trade. It does make sense. Oh, they also waived Teaira McCowan. Oh. Indiana, please cup returner, bring in Teaira McCowan. Bring her back. Bring her back. Please bring back Teaira McCowan. I would do that in a heartbeat. I don't care about Bree Turner enough if she's a great locker room presence, right? And Teaira McCowan's going to at least get us 5 points a game. She's going to get us 5 points a game, be 6'7", and give us some size. Just throw in as a situational player. That's something. So, the Wings, there's no point for the Wings to have kept Dijonai Carrington. Or you're saying super confused. Dijonai did not want to be there. Dijonai didn't want to be there. That's obvious. She didn't want to be there at all. Samuelson and Miller are more contract taken on. Maisha Hines-Allen might have to be traded too. But at the end of the day, look, this is a trade that I think we kind of not necessarily just expected Dijonai to be traded to the Lynx. I don't think anyone expected the Lynx of all teams to be signing Dijonai Carrington. But I think everyone expected that Dijonai was going to be gone. She's getting a ring, man. It's going to be tough to beat the New York Liberty. But yeah, Dijonai might literally go from being a max contract flop for the second worst team in the WNBA to a champion in a year, which is kind of crazy. Carly Samuelson, and basically the Lynx have given up Diamond Miller and their first round pick for this year because of what they gave up for Carly Samuelson, and a second round pick for next year for Dijonai, which is, I don't hate the trade. I don't hate it from the Lynx perspective long term. I think the Carly Samuelson thing didn't work out. I think they probably wouldn't have made this trade had Carly Samuelson not been out for the year. And with Samuelson out for the year, I think it's a pretty straightforward trade to make. If you are the Minnesota Lynx, it is, you go for it. The New York Liberty stacked up, bringing in Emma Messaman. They just stacked the deck even more. I know the Liberty are struggling at the minute, but Kennedy Burke's injured, Niara Sabley's injured, Stewie's injured, and Emma hasn't started playing yet. That's 4 of their best 9 players currently out right now. So, I'm not going to hold too much against the New York Liberty team having to play Rebecca Gardner 20 minutes a game, having to start Maureen Johannes. I'm not out there judging a Liberty team by that. There are 2 teams really that matter, maybe 2.5 teams if you want to say the Fever, which I don't know how the Fever are going to get on, and then especially when it comes to the Mercury, they just haven't looked good without Kat Copper. or with Kat Copper, sorry, they have not looked good with her at all. They've absolutely not looked great. We are in a situation now where since the Duana Bonner edition and Kat Copper edition, like they really did look good as this player that were like, or as this team that were like a very specific strategy where it was like we would go through Alyssa Thomas and Satu and everybody else is there just to know their roles. Look at the Alexa Philippou post here, like the response is the Wings have waived Teaira McCowan, who was on a protected veteran salary. On a protected veteran, this is a weird one. Waiving Teaira McCowan as part of that. Oh, sorry, protected veteran contract. That's a really weird one. That's a really, really weird one. But yeah, it is just all around a really, really interesting one where the Wings have now got significantly worse. But at the same time, like, how many minutes did Teaira McCowan play? When Dijonai was out, were they any worse? Not really. On paper, they've gotten significantly worse. But it ends the disastrous off-season experiment of the Dijonai and Alyssa Smith. And in fairness, they did turn Dijonai and Alyssa Smith into Diamond Miller and a first-round pick, which isn't bad. But, like, ironically, you can make the argument that they got more for Alyssa Smith than they got for Dijonai Carrington, which is a shock considering the fact that, like, at least last year they were talking about Dijonai as a potential all-star, and Alyssa Smith is like barely a positive basketball player. But at the end of the day, like, I'm not going to say the Wings got fleeced in this one because they didn't. I think the Wings, I'd say the Wings are probably happier as Zaza James than they would have been with Sanaya Rivers. But like, giving up JC, I think if they could do it all again, the Dallas Wings would have just kept JC Sheldon, because I think JC Sheldon's a player. She's a player. Like, she's not this absolutely elite superstar player, but like, she's going to give you a 6 out of 10. She's going to work hard. She's going to hit open jump shots occasionally. She can kind of run the one. Like, she's a player. I still think, in hindsight, the giving up JC Sheldon is probably the bad part of this whole situation for Dallas. Otherwise, though, I think they got something for Dijonai. Like, I thought Dijonai was a hard player to trade. And a $200K contract made her extremely hard player to trade. But at the end of the day, yeah, it's a win, I guess, for the Dallas Wings. It's a win for Dijonai more than anything. It's a win for Dijonai. So I just want to see, have the Lynx tweeted out. As you guys can see, the old searches. History there. But yes, the Wings have tweeted out. The Wings have got Dijonai Carrington, which is I don't hate this trade for them. It's not the Wings, Jesus. The Lynx have got Dijonai Carrington. But whether it's a win or a loss for the Lynx, who knows? The one person who this is a definite win for is Dijonai, who's going from the bench of an incompetent team to the bench of a contender.